On Tuesdays, we highlight why mentoring matters here on CBS 4. And when one South Florida young man found himself homeless on the streets of Fort Lauderdale, he knew there was one person he could call for help, his mentor. And their special bond is a product of paying it forward.
Your personality, just your energy, bro.
Right, that's what it is.
That makes people gravitate to you.
Jacob Charlton is one of those people who gravitates toward A.J. Donaldson.
At first, I thought he was just all talk, but I think I could follow this guy. He definitely helped me with my first full semester of college.
The pair met a few years ago when Jacob was a senior in high school. Donaldson's Epic Foundation offered Jacob a $1,000 scholarship for college, but the help and their bond did not end there.
It was funny because when you really hear what he had to say about, I thought he was all talk. And you're looking at these adults that technically are all talk. They have a lot to say, but they're really not backing up. There's no action being taken behind it. I was of that same mindset as a young man, and I wasn't going to allow that to be me as an adult. My mom raised me to say, or she always told me that be who you needed to be when you were younger. And what I needed is who I've become. And I've done that purposely.
Donaldson, a former University of Miami football player, says he learned from various mentors in his life, so he wanted to pay it forward. A graduate of a small private school, he noticed a need for mentoring students who may otherwise fall through the cracks.
There are children that are actually in these private schools that are on McKay scholarships, that are on step-up scholarships, that they didn't come from homes that could actually technically afford a private school, but they're there anyway, right? So they're still coming from low socioeconomical areas, and they're not being supported.
He created United Mentors to offer academic tutoring, and that led to EPIC, Experienced Professionals Impacting Communities, a foundation designed to provide mentoring and scholarships to students across South Florida. And that's how he met Jacob at Northwest Christian Academy. But one day, Jacob needed some extra help. He had been living at a shelter, but a medication mix-up got him kicked out, and he wound up on the street.
And he calls me and tells me what's going on. I had to leave the meeting, immediately rushed down here to find him on the street with his luggage.
Yeah.
And I asked him, what would have happened? What would you have done? Like, where were you going to go? And he points out essentially an abandoned home because that was his only option.
For him to come in and provide that support, to take that, to share that burden, because that's what he's basically doing, and to provide me with guidance, because when you're in a state of crisis, your mind and spirit can be in so many different places. It can't go that way. But because he was there, I didn't spiral out of control,
Jacob is now back on his feet, working and going to school. He'd like to become a journalist, but says mentor will definitely be among his future titles.
Now I have the belief that, there are people out there that actually care about the youth.
We don't have to be reactive. We have to be proactive. I feel mentoring is a proactive solution to a lot of the issues that we're having right now in our society as a whole.
The Epic Foundation is hosting its annual gala this Saturday, and tickets are still available. There's still time to get involved and make a difference in a child's life. For more information, visit our website, cbsmiami.com. And if you'd like to become a mentor, go to cbsmiami.com/mentoringmatters. We have a list of organizations you can get involved with, and we want to hear about the mentors in your life. Email us at mentoringmatters@cbs.com.